Well, taking control of a fly, i.e., making it controllable by whatever means other than its own natural free will, is a transgression of what's known as natural law, and it's a wrong. It's an act of, let's call it an act of evil, because acts of evil and acts of wrongdoing intentionally falls into the bracket of evil, and this is what we need to really understand. I think as well in the truth movement anyway, they need to start understanding the difference between right and wrong. This is you could say this is the root or the causal factors of all the ills in society today. It's not just because there's a bunch of billionaires trying to take control of the world. It's because we, as the human species, don't understand the fundamental difference between right and wrong. If we did, we wouldn't be in this pickle.
Well, I think we do know the difference between right and wrong.
I'd argue with that, mind.
Well, it depends, doesn't it? Because naturally, well, I know the difference between right and wrong because I can feel it in me being. Everyone knows when they've done something wrong, whether they admit it or not. They know whether they're doing wrong or not. But the external world's been set up to feed into the ego identity, and depending which one you're feeding, if you're identifying more through the external world than you are through the internal world, then it's which one you feed the most grows the most. So then your ego holds the most power, and you would just feel like, well, it is wrong, but I'm not bothered, because you justify it yourself. And if they hadn't done that, well, I wouldn't have done this. But when you look at actually, the job is a prime example. The amount of people who felt inside that they didn't really want to have it, when they knew it was wrong for them on some interior level. Yet, because of what the media was saying and because of people around them wanting to do what was popular, wanting to be seen as virtue signalers, wanting to be seen as saviours, whatever they were doing for the external validation, rather than having trust within themselves to know what is right for them, that's where it all went wrong. And it's what they're doing is they're playing into people's emotions. Feel guilty, kill your grandma. Feel guilty. It's all emotional manipulation. And
well, I agree with you there. And I agree with you. The point you made that basically we inherently know right from wrong because it's written in our hearts. I fundamentally agree with that. What the difference is that there's a condition, the notion of objective morality, where we know what right and wrong is. However, we will do, even if it's a wrong, even if it's not correct, we will do it because we get pressurized, whether it's through the description of our job, the orders from our. Well, yeah, but society. I'm not talking about you or Chris or
me. You're just generalizing.
Yeah, generalizing. So the whole human race is in a condition following the notion of objective morality. They know fundamentally the difference between right and wrong. However, they don't apply it into reality because they will.
Because there's traps everywhere. Go to work, get yourself a job, buy a house, get yourself a mortgage. I know this is morally wrong. I don't want to do this, but if I don't do this, I'm going to get kicked out of my house within 6 weeks. I'm going to get kicked out of my house within 6 months. My wife's on my case. I'm not going to be able to feed the kids. I'm not going to be able to meet the bills. I'm going to have the utility companies on us. It's not really a free will choice that people are going against themselves. It's been socially engineered into a structure that unless you're entrepreneurial, unless you can think outside the box for yourself, then you're forced into these. I've just read some of my old posts today, calling it a pigeonhole. You're forced into a pigeonhole, and if you kind of think outside of it to help yourself, and the sad thing about it is everyone's divine purpose is built in. If you've got the courage to do what you know you should be doing, if you've got the courage to take that leap of faith, which the universe will reward you for working within the cosmos with the cosmos is to work with yourself.